Hello, Counseling 110 students. We are on week 7. Again, it's really important that you start at the home page and click on the module. We are on week 7. So you always want to start at the beginning to get a brief overview of what's going to be covered this week. One thing that I want to point out is for assignment number 7, there are 3 parts, part A, B, and C. So really important that you read the instructions. We'll go over them to make sure that you understand the assignment for this week. Make sure you are reviewing the literature within the module. You will need the literature within the module to complete the assignment for this week. So we're on time management, self-management this week. Okay. Here's the discussion board for this week on self-management. Part A, you're going to start at the beginning of the module and make sure that you read the literature on time management skills. You're going to complete activity number 1. Where does your time go? Activity 2, where should your time go? Okay, and again, you don't need to attach these activities, but you do have to complete them so then you can discuss it with your classmates. Part B, you're going to watch just a couple of YouTube videos. One of them is a TED Talk on Inside Mind of a Master Procrastinator. You'll share your thoughts with classmates. What material did you relate to? What did you like about it? And what didn't you like about it? And there's one more video here on procrastination. A little humor with Ellen DeGeneres. And it starts right at 4:15 if you're looking at the time. This is the part that I want you to focus on, the topic on procrastination. In part C, of course, you want to respond to at least one of your classmates for full points. You'll want to continue with the literature included here on personal values and expectancy value theory. We're finishing up the topic of motivation this week. Okay, and here is assignment number 7 on self-management. Part A is your study schedule. So there's a lot of handouts here. You do not necessarily have to use these specific handouts for your assignment. You just have to make sure that you're including all the information that is being asked of the assignment. And disregard fall 2020. We're in fall 2022. I need to change that part. Okay, so you want to complete handout number 1, handout number 3, and handout number 5. So you should be uploading those 3 handouts. Those 3 handouts and or creating your own that looks like handout number 1, 3, and 5. Okay, it tells you here you can print out the handouts, then scan handouts, and then upload them to Canvas, or you can download these handouts and complete them on your computer and upload them onto Canvas, or print out the handouts and take pictures of them and upload them to Canvas. But you can also create your own handouts. It doesn't have to be exactly these three, but it just has to have the information that's required of these handouts, and we'll go over this. Okay. So make sure you read in depth these instructions here. Again, I'm reminding you here, you can use these attachments provided to create your own schedule. Okay, and this is again, to correct here, fall of 2022. I missed this one. So this class is hybrid. In the schedule, it is considered online. So if your online course is 3 units, okay, you should be spending minimum 3 hours a week of reading the material on Canvas and participating in discussion boards. So that's what the units really mean. Okay, for those of you that are, this might be your first semester, maybe you just didn't know that, but units are hours. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at these attachments. So it's saying here, complete handout number 1. So let's look at handout number 1 and see what that looks like. Okay, so how many hours do I need to study? Okay. What this handout really says is it's focusing on how many hours a week you should dedicate to each of your courses. And if you look at this area here, these bullet points, this handout says if you had a difficult time in a particular subject in high school, then you should be multiplying 3 times the units of that particular course. So for example, if you are taking a math course right now that is 4 units, it would be 4 units times 3. Okay, 4 units times 3. And that really determines the amount of time that you should be dedicating to that class per week. As far as medium difficulty, I would say any other class, any other college course that you're taking, you should be multiplying the units times 2, because even though the work may not be difficult, you still have to put time into it. And so, for example, this course, it's not meant to be a difficult course. It's really meant to support your other courses during the semester, and the rest of the time that for your college career. So this class is 3 units. If you multiply 3 units times 2, that's 6. All of you should at least be spending at least 6 hours a week on this class. That includes, doing reading the literature on Canvas, the discussion boards, and completing your assignments. So this is an example for a student, okay, and don't get thrown off by the way the numbering system is here, because again, this is an example for courses taken at Utah State University. But if we look here, this student is taking biology, math, psychology, English, and a skiing course. Okay, so in the first column here, if you're going to print out or download this handout, you want to write down your classes for this semester, fall 2022. Okay, and then the second column here, you really want to think about the level of difficulty for each class. So for this student, biology, maybe in high school they didn't take biology in high school, and so there's quite a bit of terminology, like brand new terminology that you have to learn even in introduction to biology, and so maybe that's why for them it feels as high. Okay, maybe they feel, look, I didn't do biology in high school, or maybe they did do biology in high school and it just was a high difficulty course for them. Okay, and column number 3, I don't want this part to throw you off. Okay, but column number 3 is hours in class each week, and that is units. Okay, so column number 3 is units. Remember, units are hours. Okay, make a note of that. Units are hours and also credits. And so you will hear different institutions refer to units also as hours or credits. Okay, and so if we look at this biology course, it's the student feels like it's a high difficulty level course. And so remember, if it's a high difficulty course, they're going to multiply by 3 here. So 3 units, and then they feel it's a high level difficulty course, so they're going to multiply by 3, which means they should be studying for that class 9 hours a week. Let's see, math, they also feel is a high difficulty course. Psychology, they feel it's medium. The psychology course is 3 units, and they feel it's a medium difficulty course, so they're going to multiply by 2. So they should be completing work for that class 6 hours a week minimum. Okay, so if you look at this here, it's 30 hours a week that this student should be completing assignments for their courses this semester. Okay, back here. Okay, let's see. So we have to complete handout number 1. Okay, reviewed handout number 1. Now, handout number 3. We need to look at handout number 2 first to complete handout number 3. So let's look at handout number 2. Okay, so this is an example, okay, for what it would look like if you were going to print it out and then take a picture of it and upload it to Canvas. But this is our numbering system for Palomar College. These 3 classes don't exist anymore, but at least you can see an example of what it would look like for a student at Palomar College. Okay, so this student here should be studying 31 hours a week. All right, so I want you to upload handout number 3 also. And let's look at handout number 3. So prioritizing study sessions. And so I do want you to think about, 3 locations where you can honestly say that you have minimal distractions to complete your work. And again, this is a reminder of what the high difficulty, medium difficulty, low difficulty mean.